There's something suspicious going on in Mario Kart World. Let's get into it. Hello everyone and welcome to this Mood News Report. Now, if you're anything like me, you are addicted to going on Mario Wiki, going on YouTube, going on every social media to try and get every single morsel of news and information about Mario Kart World. And there's some stuff which we clearly don't know about this game, which will likely be shown in a direct, but I think I know what it is already. So one initial aspect which first got me curious is this aspect of sponsors or something on cars, or just kart customization in a different way. Now for those of you who don't know already, this game is ditching the 3 kart mechanic thing where you choose the wheels, you choose your glider, you choose the main kart piece. That's gone. That's done. No more of that. And honestly, just to give my 2 cents, I think that's a really good change. I never really liked it that much. I thought that most of the cars and combinations sort of looked kind of ugly, if I'm being entirely honest. Like, who bloody wants to use wooden wheels on like a big quad bike or something? Like, who cares? No thank you. Not interesting to me. I really don't care about bloody wheels. And I think especially in like a social aspect, or like, you know, you're having a little party over with your friends, you don't want to sit down and wait for someone to choose which bloody wheels or glider they want, alright? Just skip ahead. No one really liked it that much in my opinion. Apologies if you do, but having it just be a kart feels way better, and also it gives each kart way more personality because they're specifically designed. It's a really good change in my opinion, and I'm really glad that they changed back to that. But it doesn't seem that kart customization is entirely gone, because if we look at Mario's Kart here, it has like this little stamp on it, this little bumper, and in my opinion, I think these are sponsors or just stickers or stamps or something you can unlock. The whole idea of Mario Kart World seems to have like a road trip theme. Like if you look at the text and the font and the typography they use, to the aesthetics of the UI, just to the idea and concept of the world itself, and even the music, it just feels very sort of like old school road trip vibes. And that's definitely clear with like the free roam mode, that it feels more like a road trip, and all the key art we've seen of like, oh, Mario holding this little drink, like, ooh, it definitely gives that sort of vibe. And I think collecting stickers or stamps, or again sponsors, it's definitely something which we could expect to see within this game. I also remember people talking about like a fueling system, that you have to fuel up your car. Is that true? I haven't really seen any evidence of that being the case, but I remember someone saying that, oh yeah, you have to fuel up between courses and Grand Prix or something. Is that true, guys? I haven't seen anything like that. I don't know how fun that would be. If that is a case, it could be an interesting game mechanic. Maybe that's to do with the free roam mode, but I can see that being the case. What do you guys think? But sure, all right, kart customization in some sort of way, you know, you could collect stamps, whatever it might be. Maybe there are achievements for doing things. That's a really fun premise in and of itself, that you can customize your kart, but in a more sort of exciting achievement-y sort of way. But one question is, how do we get those achievements? What is the mechanic of unlocking these? Similar to the mechanic of unlocking characters, right? We've obviously seen that using like the Kamek ability unlocks certain Bowser minions, it seems, and also eating the burgers and stuff unlocks costumes for all the characters. Those are already really fun ideas, but for someone like Nabbit, for example, how would we unlock Nabbit? How would we unlock King Boo or Piantas or something which isn't necessarily part of Bowser's minions and isn't a costume? Well, I think the free roam gives us a little glimpse of what we might be getting, because if you look at this screenshot, you can see Nabbit just chilling out in the sand, standing. It's not in a cart, not anything. He's just sitting there, hanging out. And this gives the idea that there is a mission mode of some sort, where you can go up to these NPCs and you complete these missions for them, and then you unlock them as car races. That is the coolest idea ever. Maybe they challenge you to a specific race, or challenge you to do like a certain mission, like mission mode on the DS or the Mario Kart Wii channel. If you guys remember doing those bosses, maybe there's bosses, like maybe King Boo you don't unlock by default and you have to fight him in a boss battle. That would be so cool. Dude, if we get like King Goomba and King Babomb as playable characters, and they have some sort of like little mission mode which you have to do, oh my god, this might genuinely be one of the best games ever made. We actually got King Goomba in Mario Kart DS as a mission anyway, so wouldn't be too surprising to get him to return in this sort of way. But yeah, I think there's going to be a big mission mode with this free roam, and whether that's through achievements to get those stamps, maybe you get a stamp by completing a certain mission in a certain amount of time. Really, really exciting. The one question I have, which I would love to be the case, I think it's very, very, very unlikely, but it'd be so cool, and it would just make this that much more of like a quote-unquote like dream game, like a fake game sort of thing, because it already feels like that with a free roam. Like, like free roam is something which we've all wanted, I think, since you first played Mario Kart. It's just something you have in your back of your head as a little kid, being like, oh, it would be so cool to be able to run over and see what's out in the distance. When you find out that it's you know, it's all a game. You can't really run there. There's something back there which is that exciting. You know, the illusion is broken. But this game, there is no illusion. It is just you can run and go anywhere. Well, not run, you can cut. But that's the idea I have, guys. Sorry, I just spoiled it there. I have an idea. What if you could just get out of your car and run about? This would make this the dream game for me, because my favorite game, or maybe not my favorite, actually, you know what, let's just say it's my favorite game. My most cherished game of all time is Go Vacation for the Wii. I have so many memories of this game, just playing with my friends, and you might not know what this is. I'll just give you the gist. It's basically a mega version of like Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort, but it has an open world for you to run around with your friends, like 4-player split screen. It's basically like GTA 5 meets Wii Sports, and this is like my favorite type of game ever, just because you can just mess around, have fun with your friends, goof around, and then do like your own little mini races and like canoes or bikes or jump on trains. There's so many little fun things you can do outside of the mini games, even though the mini games aren't that fun itself. And also like Island Flyover for Wii Sports Resort. I loved that back in the day. And I still love it now. I've played it recently and I still really, really love that game. Or I guess it's Pilot Wing Resort on DS. Oh, not on DS, on 3DS. That game mode is so much fun. Like, I absolutely love it. And this seems to be just the Mario Kart version of it. But even still, like, even with Island Flyover in Resort and what we see so far in Mario Kart World, there's one aspect where I'm like, ooh, I wish this was the case, which is being able to just jump out of your car and run around. Even though it has like no purpose to it, it just seems fun to do. It's just one of those stupid things where it's like, okay, there's no real purpose in doing this. It's sort of useless. You know, some people might complain about it, but like, I don't know, just the inner satisfaction of being able to just jump out of your car and run around and take a breather just seems so fun. And you might think, man, where is there evidence for this being the case whatsoever? Well, first off, we have Nabbit here outside of a cart just chilling, but that's one piece of evidence. And then the second one is that in the character selection screen, do you see these guys in carts? No, they're dancing, they're doing little grooves and idols. And this is something which I wanted since Mario Kart 7. Like, I was really upset that they didn't have the same thing as in Wii, where they just, you know, like Mario's doing a little sidestep and things. I think they had it in Mario Kart Double Dash as well, but the fact that they're bringing it back and giving these guys so much personality, ooh, it's so cool. It's so cool. But again, would we get this mode in Mario Kart World? It seems unlikely. It doesn't seem like very realistic that they would wait, like, quote unquote, waste their time doing that, but it could just be so much fun. And that's what this game's all about. I think this game is just going to be so much fun. And if I don't add this, whatever, it will be totally fine. We still have this free roam and stuff, but I think it would just be the absolute cherry on top. Again, it would be pointless. Maybe it's even a thing of like a pose you could do in the photo mode, where you, like, you know, choose your pose, and one of the poses you just sitting outside of your cart or leaning against it. Like, I could see that, but just the idea of like you drive to like a location with a sunset, you press minus or something to get out of your cart, and you just like look over. Oh, imagine it, guys. But if it's not, you know, if it's not there, who cares? But what do you guys think? Do you think I'm crazy for wanting this? Is this something you would like to see? What do you guys think about the weird sponsor mechanic? What do you guys think about the idea of these mission modes with Nabbit and everything? Let me know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to Little Mood News to get some ideas on things, I guess. Bye.